Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on Dropkick DiSKussions again. I'm Gary Cassidy. My guest today, well, I'm actually just going to use one sentence that they said to me during this interview to introduce them. They're very, very good at this pro wrestling thing. You could even say they're a draw. In fact, you could say they're the draw. It's Impact Wrestling star Sami Callihan.
Hello, it's Gary Cassidy from Sportskeeda. Got a little interview for you for 10 minutes from now, is that okay, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent, man. So yeah, I need to start at what for me was definitely one of the biggest rivalries in pro wrestling in 2019. Yourself and Tessa Blanchard. The Slammiversary match for me was just absolutely incredible, and it was only one of many matches you guys had where you both tore the house down. You recently told Sportskeeda...
Yeah, we just wrestled again at my company, the Wrestling Revolver, which you can check out on the High Spot Wrestling Network as well as on all social media platforms at PW Revolver and at the website, ProWrestlingRevolver.com. Me and Tessa actually went to battle again, and this time we did it in the Iowa street fight. So each time it gets a little crazier, a little crazier, a little crazier. Tessa Blanchard, I never thought I would have said this in 100 years, but Tessa Blanchard has become one of my biggest rivalries of my career.
Yeah. Man, yeah, she's incredible, and I think you guys just tore the house down every single time I've seen you. So
I tore the house down in everything I do. I'm kind of really good at professional wrestling.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, man. Not that matters. So yeah, moving on. You're no stranger to fighting against the opposite gender, which we've seen recently when you beat up Melissa Santos. So my only question is why?
Why not? This is nothing that hasn't been done in the Attitude Era. Everyone wanted the Attitude Era. I think Impact Wrestling's the first company to kind of give it back to them. They're not afraid to get a little edgy. They're not afraid to cross that line. They're not afraid to offend some people and upset some people. People wanted an alternative to WWE and everywhere else. They wanted that Attitude Era style wrestling, and Impact Wrestling is the only company around the world on a national level and a worldwide level that's actually giving it to them.
Yeah. Definitely, completely agree with that. So I'm just gonna say,
one of my biggest influences in my career is Tommy Dreamer. He's piled driven 150,000 women in his life.
That's very true, man. So yeah, let's just assume, because I think you're gonna assume that you're gonna be the next Impact Wrestling World Champion. For me, it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. Who would be the first person you would defend that title against once you get your hands on it?
One more time. Question one more time.
Yeah, man. So I'm just going to assume that you're going to be the next Impact Wrestling World Champion. For me, it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Who would be the first person you would defend that title against?
I would defend the belt against anyone around the world, and I'm pretty much, as soon as I become the Impact World Heavyweight Champion, I'm going to put out a challenge to any other champion from around the world, any company, because I'm going to prove that the Impact Wrestling World Championship is the big belt in professional wrestling.
Man, I love that. And even inside Impact, you've got people right now like Rob Van Dam and Rhino that have come in. What's your opinion on veterans like that coming to Impact?
I think it's great. I think Impact Wrestling is a true buffet of professional wrestling right now. You have legends, you have up-and-comers that are going to be the stars of the future, and you have some of the best current wrestling stars in the entire planet. Right now, the Impact roster, I put up head-to-head with any other roster on the planet.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't agree more with that.
Like you got guys like RVD, Rhino, Tommy Dreamer, that's up top and doing these old school things, and they're huge legends that people still love to see. Then on the other hand, you have people like the Rascals, you have people like Ace Austin that are absolutely killing it right now and are revolutionary in this business, and one day will go down as being some of the biggest legends of professional wrestling.
Definitely, yeah. We spoke about Tessa Blanchard there. I know you've wrestled against Taya Valkyrie before as well. Is there anyone in the knockout division that you'd like to take on as well?
I think me and Taya Valkyrie's match from Lucha Underground doesn't get enough press for how good it was.
Yeah.
I put it right up there with my match with Tessa Blanchard. But in the Impact locker room, I think pretty much all the women in the knockout division can step up and have amazing matches with any of the guys. Because at this point, I don't believe it's in 2019 that if we want equality, it's not intergender wrestling anymore. It's just professional wrestlers. They have women like Jessica Havoc, Jordan Grace, Rosemary, Tennille Dashwood. They have one of the best women's divisions in all professional wrestling right now.
Definitely, man. I'd pay to see some of those matches. One man who's had some less kind words and I'd say some pretty unsavoury words about yourself is a certain Jim Cornette. Have you got any response to his comments about the Raw?
How about we not talk about Jim Cornette, because this is how we keep him relevant. He knows what he's doing. He tries to hook his wagon to whatever the most relevant professional wrestlers are at the time. So, at the end of the day, Jim Cornette could just very smart worker, but he can how about we not talk about it?
No worries, man. So as you can tell, I'm from the UK. You've actually competed in the UK.
England or Ireland?
Well, I'm actually from Scotland, but last time you were here, I believe you competed in Manchester for Impact. How did you enjoy working?
I'm about to make my debut in, my return to Scotland. After 10 years, I'll be wrestling for ICW at one of the biggest shows of the year, come the beginning of November. So maybe I'll see you there. Yeah,
man, I've got that question coming up. So, did you enjoy working?
See how good I am at this interview thing? I know how to hit bullet points. I know how to segue into the next thing and get everything I want to talk about over. I'm really good at this professional wrestling thing.
Yeah, man, you're not just a draw when it comes to professional wrestling. You're beating me at the interview as well. So yeah, you mentioned it there. You're coming back to Glasgow, which is my hometown. I can't wait to see you there. You're making your ICW debut at what is, well, it's definitely the biggest Scottish show every year. Arguably the biggest British show every year. You're debuting at it against BT Gunn. How much are you looking forward to wrestling in Scotland again? And what played into your decision to come to ICW?
First time I ever went to Scotland, I went for an all-star tour, and I actually wrestled Drew McDonald and Jack Jester in Loch Ness. But this time I'm going back to wrestle BT Gunn, who I've wrestled before and has shot me harder than any other human being on the planet. So the way I see it going, this is going to be a fight, and also the way I also see it is me coming over as Impact World Champion and defending that belt against anyone. It doesn't matter if it's BT Gunn or anyone else on the ICW roster.
Definitely, man. And yeah, I've got one final question. So, we've spoken about it there. You're wrestling in the UK. You're wanting to defend the Impact World Championship once you win it to any comer, all comer. If you could wrestle anywhere in the world against anyone in the world defending that championship, who would you choose and where would you choose to do it?
Me versus Terry Funk in Japan for the King of the Death matches in an exploding landmine death match over a lake.
Man, that's answered that question better than I could ever have imagined. So that's all I've got, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
Cheers, man. You too. Thank you.
Thanks for watching again, guys. If you enjoyed that, you know what to do. Leave us a little comment, hit that little thumbs up and give us a share on social media. And stay tuned to Sportskeeda Wrestling for more exclusive content.